and in year 2001-2002. I am just going to spend about 10 to 15 minutes with you, and I will do this, by some small exercise. Now, may I invite two of the participants? Any two people can come here on the stage. There is a small experiment I am going to do on you. Any two volunteers. Azraj and P Kabra. Azraj and P Kabra. Yeah? Yeah, how about you, sir? Young friend? Young friend? Yeah, that's right. And you have a choice. You can select any partner of your choice. Nobody can say no.
Take Tom.
Take Jeff.
Who's Tom?
Yeah, please.
No, don't take me. I'm not getting up. Take Jeff.
Please come. Why not present herself?
No.
Please come. Please come. Sir, what's your name? And how about you?
Dawn.
Dawn.
Yes.
Well, which hand do you use?
Right.
Right hand. And how about you also use the right hand? Alright. In this exercise, you are not going to use your usual hand. You are going to use your left hand. So take out your left hand. Close all the fingers except the little one. You too, madam. Close all the fingers except the little one. Don't worry, be here. I have brought something special for you. Now this is a chalk piece. Okay? As such, it costs hardly few cents. But since it has got P Kabra magic touch, the cost has gone to $20. So if it falls and breaks, I am going to recover my 200. I think you pay or he pays. Is that? Now please hold this in this particular fashion. Now listen to my instructions very carefully. You are not supposed to talk to each other. You are not supposed to touch each other. And with the chalk in the same position, you are going to go there and have a handshake with that lady there and come back. And if the chalk piece falls and breaks, I am going to recover my $20.
I'm broke.
Alright. Are the instructions clear? Alright. I will give you time initially if you want to do some setting and adjustment. Alright. Now initially to start with, you can use the other hand, otherwise you cannot. Move on. You have a time for another 10 to 15 minutes. Don't worry. Aram.
10 minutes.
No hurry. Hurry, worry and curry. Three things one should avoid. Wonderful. Great. You are not going to get up, madam. They will come to you. Right. You are a mighty Himalaya. People will come to Himalaya. Himalaya won't go to them. Alright. Both of you will have a handshake and come back in the same position. Same position. See how careful they are. How careful they are. Wonderful. And they are doing such a beautiful job. Why are they doing so much? Wonderful. Great. Excellent. 80% target complete. 90% target complete. Almost 95% and 100%. Congratulations. And you can have a handshake. Please be seated. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I have two questions to ask. Do you think the exercise was simple? It was pretty tough exercise. I asked you to use your unusual hand. And in the unusual hand also, I could have allowed them to use the index finger, the middle finger, or the ring finger, or the thumb. I did not allow them. I asked them to use the little finger only, the weakest of all. Then I did not give you the pen. With the pen, job could have been easy. You could do as much pressure as you want. With the chalk piece, the pressure cannot be more, cannot be less. Plus, chalk piece has got another problem. One side is a flat, another side is a tapering. So the person who got a tapering, he had even tough time. He or she had a tough time. Plus, I told them you have to hold it only horizontally. You cannot hold it vertical. Had I allowed you to use it vertical, probably the center of gravity would have been achieved and the job could have been done much better. Then I told them you cannot touch each other. Had I allowed them to touch each other, I am sure probably they would have moved the entire club building and come back. Then I told them you cannot talk to each other. If I cannot talk to each other, how do I communicate? Now, in spite of all the difficulties, I think both of them have done a superb job and therefore they deserve a big round of applause from us. Now I have two questions to ask. Why were they successful? What did we learn from this exercise? And each one of you is going to tell me one point. Explanation, I will be giving. Sir, what do you think? What were the reasons why you were successful?
Work together.
You had confidence. Yeah, he had a confidence. And please remember, the confidence is extremely important. Let me give you one example of confidence. There was a gentleman in Pune. Pune is a city of India, and his name was Ranglar Paranjpe. Now this gentleman when you write an exam, you have, the options are given. Any 10 questions are there, you are expected to attempt any 6 of them. This fellow, what did he do? He attempted all 10 and on the answer sheet wrote an instruction for examiner, check any 6 questions and still he got 100 out of 100. Is it not a confidence? So what you require is a confidence. Confidence in yourself, and if you have no confidence in you, probably world will have no confidence in you. So it's a confidence. What about anything else? Now open to all. Confidence was one. Anything else?
Motivation.
Huh?
Motivation.
Motivation. What motivation? I in fact provided negative motivation. I did not tell them that if you are successful, I will give you $20. In fact, it was negative motivation. If it falls and breaks, I am going to recover my 200 rupees. So at times, negative motivation also works. How about their concentration? Where was their concentration? Their concentration was on the chalk. And ladies and gentlemen, please remember, if you cannot do a job of 5 minutes of carrying chalkies from one place to another place for 5 minutes without concentration, how are we going to lead our life with whatever assignments, whatever jobs we are doing without putting heart into it? Are we not expected to put heart into it, whatever we do? Somewhere I read a beautiful sentence, if you do not get job you love, start loving the job which you have got. Is it not in my mind? I wanted to be doctor, ended up being HR consultant. Now shall I be criminal out? Oh God, I wanted to be doctor, look what I am doing here. Whatever job I have got, if I put heart into it, the quality will come. And ultimately today what works? It's a quality and quality alone. So concentration is required. Your full attention, whatever you are doing, you have to put your full attention into it. What else? Come on.
Patience.
Patience. Is it not required? Somewhere I read a beautiful placard which was put by traffic police just opposite hospital. Be impatient while driving and welcome as a patient in the hospital. So if you are impatient on the road, you are likely to be patient in the hospital. Patience pays. Isn't it? Do you not require patience in the life? Even when the child is to be born, you have to have 9 months and 9 days patience. Isn't it? So patience is another important thing. Anything else? Come on. Huh?
Pride.
Pride. Whatever you do, you must take pride into it. Pride into it. Whatever little job you are doing. And let me give you an example. I am sure you must have read it on website, you must have read it in newspaper or on TV. In Bombay, we have an association of Dabbawala. Your tiffins. Your tiffins are picked up from home and delivered to you in the office. And they are picked up back from the office and delivered to you at your home. 5,000 of them are there. Amount of coordination what they must be having is mind-boggling. Number of tiffins which they pick up is 2.25 lakh. Each tiffin, by the time it leaves your home and reaches back your home, it changes hands 20 times. Average distance traveled by a tiffin is minimum 50 to 55 kilometers. And the weight which they carry on their head is 70 kilo. And Six Sigma they have written. In Six Sigma, you are permitted to have 3.4 mistakes per million. And you want to know the record of our Bombay Dabbawala? It is 1 mistake after 1.6 million. And they get pittance. What amount of money which they get is 6,000 rupees, which hardly takes about $125 per month. And they put heart into it. The job, because they take a pride into it. They feel that this job, I am making sure that the people get their tiffins on the time. They are able to eat on time. So you must take a pride in whatever you do. Now, I have another question to ask you. You had confidence in her?
Yes.
How about you? You also had a confidence in him?
Sure.
Yeah. Without that, nothing can work. Let's imagine you had a fight this morning. I know you did not. But let's imagine. What he would have done? He would have intentionally dropped the chocolate. Doesn't matter. I will lose $10, but I will make sure she also loses her $10. What approach is this? Lose. I will lose, but I will make sure that you also don't win. This approach does not work in the life. The approach has to be always a positive one. I win, you win. Each one of us, is it not a cooperative venture? Cooperation, each one of us we need to cooperate. Then they were prevented from talking to each other, yet they communicated with each other. How did you communicate? Through eye contact or body language. I don't speak, my entire body speaks. Do you agree? If suppose I stand like this and ladies and gentlemen, I am extremely confident.